Well, hello, everybody. My name is Daniel Verardo, and I'm here with Lauri Wilson. And we're here doing a little segment about the impact that CASA is able to make in the community. So, Lauri, you've been a CASA for how many years now?
Since 2008.
2008, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been a while. That has been a good long time. So I actually... you may have told me this story before, but how did you get involved with CASA?
So my husband and I were initially interested in becoming foster parents, and we had started down that road, done some of the training, and our kids were still fairly young at that time. So somebody suggested the CASA Advocate as an alternative. And I also had a friend at the time that was going through training.
Excellent. Did she encourage you?
Yeah, she had loved the training and was involved in her first case. And I just thought it sounded really interesting, really appealing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you've worked how many cases?
Oh, gosh. I think 5.
5.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Some of them have been longer than others, obviously.
So number like 5, it's hard to gauge just how much CASA work that is, because a case could last 6 months, it could last a year, it could last 10 years.
Right.
So someone could be on one case as a CASA, but they've been a CASA for a long time, right? And so it's always different, right?
Right.
So what is your favorite part about being a CASA?
So my favorite part about being a CASA is just the relationship that you get to develop with the kids and the families. I never feel like my time has been wasted. If I spend a couple hours with a CASA kid, I feel like it's just been time really well spent. I think it's a huge gift to be able to give that child to feel like somebody's listening and that they've been heard.
Excellent. So when we talk about impact, I mean, one of the taglines that we throw around a lot at CASA is change a child's story. So how do you feel that CASA workers are able to do that, to help change? Like what aspect, like what does a CASA provide to a child during this time in foster care that is helping to change their story?
Right. So I think that's maybe two-faceted. I think the immediate, I'm not expressing this very well. I think one way that you help change a child's story is by being part of their life, listening to them, spending that time with them, making them feel like somebody cares and is involved. The other part of that is what happens in court. And I think the sad reality is that most social workers are very overworked and have way too many cases. They don't have the time to really get to know all the people that are involved in a case and the background. And that's where a CASA Advocate comes in. We're able to really get involved, get to know all the family, the grandma, the teachers, the parents, the foster parents, aunts and uncles. You talk to everybody, you get to know everybody, so you get a really good overall picture of what's going on. And then you're able to write a report to the judge to help him make a decision on what's in the child's best interest.
Excellent. Excellent. Thanks for sharing that. So not only are you a CASA Advocate, but you are also on our board.
I'm on the board now.
Excellent. So how did you get involved with the board? How did that happen?
We were in meeting with our financial advisor, Andy Kirk, who also happens to be on the board. And he mentioned that there was a need for board members. And I just immediately said, well, I'd be interested in doing that. It just seemed like a natural progression after having been an advocate since 2008.
So have you been on like I guess boards for other organizations, foundations?
Not a lot. I mostly have been involved in my kids' schools. So I've been on PTA and the Flathead High School Booster Club. But this is the first community board that I've served on.
Excellent. So as far as boards go, is there anything like unique that you feel that being a part of the CASA board, like is there anything a unique aspect to the CASA's board life?
Well, not having served on a lot of other boards, I don't know if I can say if there's anything unique about it. For me, serving on the board is just something that I'm happy to do. I'm passionate about. I just believe in the program 150%. So it's easy to take the time to serve on the board, and it's easy to talk to people about the CASA program. And I am not comfortable asking people for money usually, but when it's a cause that you believe in and that you know makes a difference in the community, makes it easy to participate in fundraisers.
Speaking about money, I mean, so you are also a local business owner, right? So you guys own, or you and your husband Jeff, right, own Next Home Realty, right?
Correct.
Did I say that right?
Next Home Northwest.
Northwest.
Real estate.
Okay, excellent. So if you looking for a home, hit these guys up. But so not only do you advocate for children with our program, help make those vital decisions for the future of the program and its existing program on the board, but you also support it financially. Why? Why do you believe that? I mean, why do you personally do that?
Well, I've seen how the program has grown since 2008, since I became an advocate. I've seen the need for advocates increase in the community. As we've been able to add advocates to the program, then it creates the need for more support staff. And we've been blessed with just incredible support staff that are amazing. And I want to see that continue. I would love to see them compensated more than they are now for their work. We've had a great executive director. Unfortunately, I don't foresee the need for CASA to go away in the coming years. I think it's just going to keep growing.
Yeah.
That's just the reality.
Yeah, if abuse and neglect would just disappear overnight, I'd be fine with that.
We would all be happy with
find
that.
a different job. That's great. No, but absolutely. I mean, we are working to help end child abuse and neglect in our community, one child at a time. And so the idea of ending all of abuse and neglect, I mean, that may never happen. But for those children and their children and their children, we can help break those cycles and change lives and worlds in our community, And so I agree with you. I believe it needs to stick around. So, I mean, I have no idea. I know there's a lot of nonprofits in our valley, probably hundreds. Why should people consider CASA? Either in addition to giving to other ones, or if you're just looking for one nonprofit to support in our community, like why would you recommend CASA?
Well, I think for me at least, investing in the children of our community is always a good bet. I think it's one of the most important things that we can do. I've personally seen firsthand effects of CASA. So I think sometimes when you donate to a cause, you're not exactly sure what your money is going towards. And without being involved right in the middle of CASA, maybe it might be hard for you to see. But I can tell you, as somebody that's been on the inside, working as an advocate, been on the board, I've just seen so many wonderful things happen from, okay, I'm not saying this very well. It's hard to express. Let's see. I've just seen firsthand the difference that a CASA advocate can make in a child's life.
And it's powerful.
It is.
And it comes from, like you said, your personal experience. So it's like you just know, you know, deep down that it's effective and it's making a difference for these kids.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So we are at the last day of the Great Fish Community Challenge. Today's the last day to give. We serve around 300 kids each year. That number has not really flexed that much over the last, I'd say, 5 years or so now. And it costs about $1,200 to sustain advocacy for one child a year.
Right.
And so every dollar counts, every dollar matters, and then also every share, every hour donated, volunteering by our amazing volunteer advocates. I mean, it's all so valuable to the lives of these children. So,
Absolutely.
Lauri, I personally want to thank you for your service to the children of our community and for your support of CASA for Kids over the years. And thank you for doing this interview with me.
You're welcome. Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah, so we'll catch you guys later, but like I said, share, give, and help change a child's story. See you guys around.